Here. Here. Feel.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, testing. Alright, there we go. Should be some sound coming through now, y'all. Sorry about that lack of sound beforehand, so we'll continue on with the main quest for a little bit. Close to home. Beyond proprietress of the Caroline Canopy wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. So, let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. The first task is to visit the Aetheryte. The massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Caroline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Archers Guild. There is no better place to learn the arts of the bow. Speak with Athelia, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the market at the heart of Orgridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor and all the various items an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsmontrez and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your task, Severin. May Nalfika guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the Canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Main menu. The main menu grants quick and easy access to most of the game's main features. For example, selecting character under character opens a window containing your character's various attributes and currently equipped gear. Selecting journal under duty displays a list of current and completed quests and lead quests. If you wish to customize the game's various settings, including key binding, HD layout, and system configuration, they can all be accessed via system. Select active help to display these tutorial messages. Game progress is saved automatically, so there are no in-game save or load functions. However, to prevent data from being lost or corrupted, it is strongly recommended that you end each playing session by selecting log out or exit game from the system menu. Sanctuary. A crescent moon icon will appear to the right of the experience bar. Whenever you enter a sanctuary while in a special area, you will accrue a rested bonus. The bonus will continue to grow even if you are offline. All experience earned through battle, crafting, and gathering while under the benefit of the rested bonus will increase by 50%. The current rested bonus is displayed on top of your experience bar. The dark orange bar shows how much more experience can be earned before the bonus fades. If the bar is blue, it indicates your bonus will carry over to the next level. Inns and cities, as well as various outposts and settlements, are classified as sanctuaries. To maximize your experience and potential, make it a habit to always log out in one of these areas. Navigation. Selecting map under travel on the main menu or pressing square on the controller will bring up the area map. If the quest objective is located in the area, it will be indicated with a special icon. The location of quest objectives can be confirmed by selecting the objective in the duty list. Speak to the smith. Greetings, I am one of the smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of the futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibility stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see you new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who would be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by the title of mentors. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts, and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer you to accompany you on your adventures. I highly recommend that you take advantage of the mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in your origin. Please do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. Your new adventure status applies to all players who have recently begun their adventures in the origin. Amongst the origins thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors who have taken upon themselves to assist these new adventurers. When a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to experience points earned. Upon invitation by mentor, new adventurers also gain access to Novice Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors and share their experiences with other beginning players. What is a new adventurer? In the Adventurers Guild, we will see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. They are champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. New adventures can be identified with the two-leaf symbol displayed next to the name. What is the Novice Network? No one sets foot upon the adventurer's path without knowing that all there is to know. Mentors are there to answer your questions. Be sure to make the most out of the wisdom and experience. All new adventurers, returners, and mentors can gain access to the exclusive chat channel known as the Novice Network. Mentors can join and leave this channel anytime they wish. New adventurers and returners, however, must be invited to join the Novice Network by mentor. Mentors can extend an invite by targeting a new adventurer or returner and selecting the Invite to Novice Network subcommand. The Novice Network can be left at any time by selecting the leaf icon in the log window and then pressing the Leave button in the Novice Network list. The Novice Network is a place where beginning players can share their experiences and pose questions on adventuring to participating mentors. Be sure to take full advantage of this channel, but also remember to be polite and respectful while doing so. How do I earn bonus experience? We have found that pairing a new adventurer with mentor proves advantageous for both. Fledgling heroes blossom swiftly under veterans' guidance, and the act of teaching serves to reinforce the touch of champion fundamental skills. When a new adventurer or returner forms a party with a mentor, both will earn more experience points from adventuring activities. This experience point bonus applies until level 90. Activities that award bonus experience including defeating enemies, completing fates, and participating in instances, dungeons, etc. What is a mentor? The Adventurers Guild enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who stand ready to share with you their accumulated wisdom. These helpful men and women are known as mentors. Heroes has a thriving population of heroes. Amongst these champions, mentor is a title given to veteran players who are chosen to offer their time and experience to help guide their adventures. If you encounter any doubts or difficulties in the course of your adventuring, a mentor may suggest a solution you seek. Mentors can be identified by a symbol next to their name, which will vary depending on the player's field of expertise. Mentors are as follows. Crown with the sword, expert in PvE combat. Crown with the flag, expert in PvP combat. Crown with the hammer, expert in synthesis and gathering. Mentors marked by the crown symbol can be considered masters of all fields. Approach a mentor with the appropriate knowledge and answers will soon be yours. Nothing. Alright, so we're going to go up to the Chocobo Keep up here. A good adventure is hard to find. We get 50 experience to win shards into potion truth. Bernadette is searching for adventurers eager to prove the mettle. Newly come to Gridania, are you in search of fame and fortune, perhaps? If you have confidence in your abilities, I urge you to speak with Chancellor of the Gods Quiver. You can find him standing vigil before the Archer's Guild. The creatures of the Trollswood have been behaving most unnaturally of late, and has fallen to God's Quiver to pacify them. Alas, they are sorely in demand. For this reason I seek able adventurers to supplement the ranks. I am certain that your offer of aid will be well received. You return to the Aetherite. Greetings, adventurer. I see you're faithfully following Mother Mion's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nisia of the Blood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about Aetherite. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies, and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connections to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. You return with the Aetherite. You are now able to use a return spell. The spell Return can be used to instantly travel back to the Aetherite as your home point. Casting the spell does not require any MP and can be accessed by selecting Return under Travel from the main menu. The sole limitation of spells that can only be cast once every 15 minutes of Earth time. Only one home point may be set at any time. To make an Aetherite your home point, target and select the crystal and bring up the Aetherite menu. You now have Ethernet access to Ethernet. You now have access to Ethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Ethernet shards. Attuning with the shards grants you access to city-state's Ethernet. The Ethernet can be used for quick intra-city travel. Bernadette sent you to me? Well, inexperienced knight, if you wish to prove your worth to the people of Gridania, you are right to come. You do wish to prove yourself, do you not? Complete? Some items can be granted various effects, such as instant HP restoration, attribute boost, and more. Using an item is as simple as selecting use from the item subcommands. All items with recast timers cannot be used again until the timer is expired. Items you use option can be set to your hotbar for easy access. Chance to look for the God's Quiver is testing adventurers by sending them to slay forest fungars. Ordinarily, the forest fungars that inhabit the central shroud are not more than a nuisance. However, we have received reports that vast clouds of the creature's spores have rendered parts of the Shellswood impassable and ruined crops besides. We periodically call upon our population in order to prevent such occurrences, but the creatures have taken to spawning out of season, making it ever more difficult to keep the numbers in check. Though this is indeed a troubling development, the God's Quarter has more pressing concerns and can ill afford to waste time fighting fungi. If you wish to prove yourself, go to the central shroud and exterminate 6 of the pests. Use caution and approach them one at a time, lest your adventuring career be cut disappointingly short. Fimbos of the Archers Guild wishes you to deliver a sealed message to the market. Hail, adventurer, might you have a moment? I am in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a message to Parnell. You can find her in the shaded valley in the midst of the markets. Why would I not simply go and speak to her myself? Well, as I am sure you have observed, Gridanians have a tendency to do that in person, and it could well be a little on the prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over the missive the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favor, from one adventurer to another. Greetings, Finn. You have found your way to the Archers Guild. Do you seek to uncover the secrets of our art? Now that I think on it, you have the look of one who has received Mother Mion's gentle instruction. Very well, I shall give you a brief introduction to archery in the Archers Guild. The skills practiced by archers allow them to gauge an enemy's weakness from afar and turn the tide of the battle with a single well-placed arrow. Should you join us, you will be taught to do the same. Archery, as practiced in Gridania, was born of 2 distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elizan, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the short-bow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikkelte. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the 2 people began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. The 2 schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art, and is known today. For a time, the bow was used primarily for hunting, but as adventurers vied with one another to prove who was a better shot, they emerged a group of archers whose ultimate goal lay not in the practical pursuit of prey, but in perfection. Thus was the Archers Guild born from the ranks of the Trappers League. It is the way of the guild to promote greatness in archery through friendly competition, and the results of our methods can be seen in the vaunted archers of the God's Quiver, many of whom spent their formative years loosing arrows at the guild's practice butts. I hope this gives you a better idea of who we are and what we do here. I hope. Did I see the spark of ambition flare within your eyes? If you wish to draw a string with the finest archers in the Orzia, look no further than the Archers Guild. Before you can enlist, however, you must gain the approval of the Guildmaster. Once you're ready to proceed, speak with me again, and we can begin seeing you about your enrollment. So are you resolved to join the Archers Guild? Ethernla wishes to reaffirm your desire to join the Archers Guild. Accept. The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. I would be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lucian. Lest you worry unduly, Lucian is infallible, with a kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek accounts on various matters, and never have they been given fair hearing. Lucian awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucian, the master of the Archers Guild, and bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art, and offer you the foretaste of which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range, unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war. It allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg, or sap his strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is paramount. This is of paramount import, as a role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness with the requisite replacement timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any halfway can bend the bow, but it's no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Yes, I will dedicate myself to archery. Very well. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars that run just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In doing so, you will provide your fitness to join the Archers Guild. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. I doubt it will trouble you unduly. Preserving a past, Adele is looking for an adventurer to deliver a forgotten item. Ah, an adventure, precisely what we needed. Not a moment ago we dispatched an recruit order to inspect Mikido's amphitheater. Regrettably, the young hire was more spirit than sense, and he charged off without his tools. Suffice it to say, he won't be getting any work done. Would you be so kind as to deliver them to him? Wonderful. Seek out Low Helic in an acorn orchard beyond the atrium. He should have Arthur's tools. Adele sent you. Give me a moment. Here they are, still fresh and used as day you got them. Doubt he's even realized if he left the bloody things behind. First day, he forgets his tools. Doubt's starting to pick up his number. Nicolial needs the assistance of a kind adventurer for friendship. I know all about adventurers. You'll do anything for reward, won't you? Well then, I want you to make the annually laugh. She is no good with strangers, so first you should introduce yourself lightly with a bow. Got it. When words are not just not enough, the most can be used to express your feelings towards a person or situation. First, highlight a target if necessary, then select social from the main menu of the emotes. Finally, select the desired emote from this, in this case, select bow or bow after targeting annually to complete the quest objectives. Hi. That seemed to work, but she still looks sad. Try sharing joy in your heart with her. That'll prove how nice you are. You're odd. I think she's starting to like you. Good. Now that you've broken the ice, I bet that if you surprise her, just start dancing, she'll laugh her head off. Ah, you're a really good dancer, mister. That looked like fun. Maybe I should try it sometime. Thank you. You're pretty good at this. Annually lost her father 5 years ago. During all the fighting, she hasn't laughed much since then. So I wanted to, we're all worried, but a lot of the younglings have been following me around lately, and, you would understand. Anyway, thanks for the help. Essential oil. Brea is busy with preparations for the coming ceremony and needs an adventurer to bring her scarlet oil. Might you perchance be comfortable around Biokin? If so, I have urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found to my great embarrassment that we lacked the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. If it's not too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the bannock. 6 of the biokins should yield the necessary amount. Pray return to me as soon as you have it. Melaine. Incense and sensibility. The conjurer Melaine seeks an assistance for her frantically busy student. You there, you're an adventurer. Yes, good, I have a task for you. Take yourself over to the conjurer's guild and speak with my student, Brea. She has her hands full preparing for the auguries and would likely welcome your assistance. In her excitement at becoming conjurer, I fear my young disciple is pushing herself beyond the limits of her endurance. Enthusiasm is all well and good, but it would not do to have an initiate collapse from exhaustion. Yes, I am Brea, but I am also awfully Oh, you say Lady Melaine herself asked you to assist me. In that case, I suppose you might lend a hand, especially as mine appear to be shaking, though only very slightly. Not that it's anything to worry about. Mere nervous energy. I would be exceedingly grateful if you would take this Esme rose oil and refill the censers. There are two that require attention. Please have a care not to disturb the conjurers in the midst of meditations. You must be as quiet as unobtrusive as possible. Key items can be used on targets by first selecting the target and selecting the appropriate icon from the key items window and choosing use. My thanks. I must admit to being rather impressed by how faithfully you followed my instructions. I had always considered adventurers to be uncouth and rowdy lot, but I see you are capable of courtesy as well. Lady Melaine has a fine eye for character. You should feel honored that she chose you for the task. Oh, fuck. This is my language, but... Let's speak to Samion. Covered in roses, a botanist named Samion is hoping that an adventurer will pick up scattered rose hips for her. Stop right there, not another step. I apologize if I was sorry, but please be careful. The ground here is covered in rose hips. You see, my seed patch is grown so threadbare that it finally split open. Unbeknown to myself, I've been scattering eczema rose hips all along this road. Oh, good sir, if you would help me gather them, I would be ever so grateful. Thank you. Your kindness is a truly blessing from the elementals. The rose hips should be lying on the road between here and the Great Lum Grove. Remember to tread lightly, lest you crush them underfoot. On some quests, you will encounter objects with which you can interact simply by approaching and selecting. Once bitten, twice shy. A botanist named Ethelred needs an adventurer to make a delivery on his behalf. Gods damn it, another adventurer. They're like flies on muck. Whatever Gridania did to deserve such a plague, I don't know. Sigh, I suppose times are changing and they keep telling me I should, and perhaps you might be. Oh gods help me. Just take this Azimir Rose oil to Waldo of the still great fame, will you? Well, what are you still standing there for? Go and deliver the bloody rose. Good sir, pray tell me you have recovered all the rose hips and abandoned them, not one to a traveler's boot. Handing over items. Some items are required to deliver items. If an NPC requires an item request window will appear. Select the items from your inventory or armor chest and press hand over to complete the transaction. Blessings be upon you. I fear this path will be lined with roses next year. Not that such a wondrous sight would be wholly unobjectable, but Azimir roses are ill-suited to this location. As a botanist, it is my responsibility to see good onions plants grow and thrive in the most ideal conditions. A place for every seed and every seed in its place, you might say. It was most gracious of you to aid me in that time of need. I pray the elementals extend you the same kindness. Get that one. Go back down here to the Conjurer's Guild. We've got a Waldo. Welcome adventurers to the Conjurer's Guild. Here we commune with the elementals and heed their guidance. Yet I must confess the elementals did not whisper of your coming. We did indeed request an Azima rose from Ethelred, but that you should bring it to us instead means that something wonderful has happened. Ethelred has long held a grudge against the many adventurers who have passed through Gordani's gates. His beloved flowers are renowned for their beauty, you see, and were once so highly coveted by old iron collectors that they were taken nigh to extinction by fortune-seeking foreigners. Yet, if it is peace we desire, we must all learn to look beyond mistrust born of the past and overcome our prejudices. So has the elder seeds here taught us, and so do we live. I doubt it was easy for Ethelred to entrust his Azimir rose to you. When he hears we have received it, he will come to know that not all outsiders are deserving of scorn. Truly it was by the will of the elementals that you came to us this day. Please accept this as a token of our gratitude. I am Millicent, hear me roar. Louis Messon has need of an adventurer to deliver a message. You there, adventurer, could you deliver a message for me? My superior Millicent is stationed outside Atelier Figny. She doubtless is busy, but I'm past due to be of leave. Long past due, truth be told, however, I can't simply abandon my post. Speak to her for me, would you, but choose your words wisely. She has a bit of a temper. Estain, the caretaker of Mikedo's amphitheater, needs an adventurer to help her tidy up. Greetings, traveler. Come to see Mikedo's famed amphitheater, have you? I am Estain, caretaker of this fine centerpiece of Gordanian culture, and I fear it must needs trouble you for your assistance. You see, it's not only well-meaning men like yourself who are drawn to this place. The sylphs often visit in the dead of night, long after citizens have gone to bed. We have no particular objection to their presence, and they seem grateful for their accommodation. So much so, in fact, that last night they left a token of their appreciation in the form of vegetables. A lot of vegetables. The generosity is more than welcome, of course, but the sheer quantity of the things makes gathering them all something of a chore. And it's not as if we don't have enough to do already. In short, I'd be most grateful for any help you could give me. Pick up all these vegetable offerings here. There's 6 of them. Well done, friend. Michaela herself would sing you praise. She knew well the power of art, how it could strengthen the soul of a nation and preserve its history for future generations. This amphitheater was her greatest gift to Gordania, and it was her wish that all folk use it freely, not only for performances and festivals, but as a place to share memories and make new ones. I wonder if the Sylphs come here to do just that. That said, I do wish they would find other ways to express their gratitude. We have no need of vegetables here, but mayhap the Caroline canopy can make use of them. Anyways, thanks to the elementals for bringing you here today. What? I'm terribly busy right now and would thank you not to bother me. I'm carpenter of the prestigious Oak Atrium and I have repairs to. Where do I put my... Oh gods, I take it that you're from the guild too then. What's that? Adele sent you? With my tools? Yes, I was actually just about to go in. This is so embarrassing. My apologies, it's just I've been so focused on the task at hand. You know, it's a miracle the amphitheater even survived the calamity. It was the Carpenters Guild that saved it, moving it piece by piece and rebuilding it. When I saw that they had not done for Gordania, I knew that what I wanted to be. But gods, when they told me the first task was to come here. Anyway, thank you for bringing me my tools. You're new to the Oak Atrium too, right? Well, let's both work hard for the good of the guild, eh? Oh, and may the elementals watch over you and keep you safe. Oh, when I'm a delivery Moogle, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about leathers? Why, indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice hug dreaming about the beautiful Mooglet with the rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to grow and drop from the sky, causing all that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons. The poor wingless people of Eozer had no way of communicating with each other beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horn ones asked us to assist them by delivering the messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us, and to do every other for us free. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we found a new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way. Kupo. Look what we have here, 20 new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. Your mailbox is a complete and utter mess. There wasn't any room left, so I had to send back a letter, Kupo. Can I carry more campaign or MOG station letters? Receive any new deliveries, you must first claim your items in the discard existing letters. The Moogle delivery service can be accessed by speaking with one of the many delivery Moogles stationed throughout Eorzea or by clicking on a Moogle lettered box. The service can be used to send messages, items, and guild at anyone on your friends list. Pressing the new button located in the upper right-hand corner of the Moogle delivery service window will open the letter editor in addition to composing a message. This interface can be used to specify the recipient and as well as attach guild and items. Since the armor system Final Fantasy XIV allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool on your main hand, it is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on hand. No every gear can take up a tremendous amount of space in one inventory. This is why all adventurers carry an armored chest. All guild creatures craft are found and automatically stored in this chest, leaving your inventory free to fill with other items such as potions, crafting materials, and food. Gear in your armor chest is categorized and sorted by type and can be equipped or discarded directly from the chest interface. The armor chest can be accessed at any time by selecting character from the main menu, followed by armor chest. You have obtained an untradeable item. This item is yours and used alone and cannot be sold or traded. You have obtained a unique item. As this item is special, you can never possess more than one at a time. Minions. You have obtained a whistle with which you can summon your very own minion. To learn the call minion action, you must first use the whistle. Once you have used the item, a new entry will appear in the minion guide under character in the main menu. You can either initiate the action from this menu, or set it to your class powerful and initiate it from there. To send your minion away, simply deselect the summoning icon. Minions can be summoned or dismissed at any time, and the whistle has no recast timer. Once you have learned the summoning action, you will never lose it, and it can be used with all classes or jobs. You can only summon one minion at a time. While minions don't generate enmity, neither will they participate in battle. If you are KO'd, your minion will simply wander out back to wherever it rests until you call upon it again. Yeah, I'm also sitting out. A myriad of items can be bought and sold from vendors all across the world. Purchasing an item as simple as selecting an item from the shopkeeper's inventory. Selecting an item is just simple as selecting an item from your inventory or army chest, including shelf and your weapon. If you happen to have second thoughts about selling, you can always buy back your item from the vendor, only if you have yet to leave the area log out of the game. Hello there, young one. How how very kind of you to offer a daughter and an old man like me a bit of company. Tell me, do you like tales? I do like a good tale, especially true ones. Told by him as lived it. If you have any of your own share, I'd be all ears. Quarrels with squirrels. Boys of the Lances Guild wants a fledgling adventurer to deal with the squirrel problem. Ah, fresh-faced adventure, the very manner of person I'd wish to meet. The Lances Guild is looking for someone to track down and exterminate half a dozen squirrels. The infernal pests have been squeezing in under our floorboards every eve for the past several moons, gnawing away at the support pillars. They have yet to inflict any serious structural damage, thank the builder, but I hesitate to bring any such a trifling matter before the wood weathers of the gods' quiver, hence my delight at your timely arrival. Why, an adventurer who could not dispatch such woodland nuisances is not worthy of the name, not here in Gardania, but at any rate. And you know what becomes of an incapable adventurers? Ah, but perhaps it is best you do not. The squirrels of which I spoke of can be found in the central shroud. Return to me, and once you have disposed of them, assuming the task is not beyond you. For your sake, I sincerely hope it is not. Greetings, sir. Might be looking to secure the services of a retainer. I give them a Finboss still message. What's this submission from Finboss, you say? Whatever could it be about? Let me see now. She wants to know about the available stock of horses at the market. Hardly a matter that warrants a letter, much less the hiring of a courier. Why could she not ask the question in person? I since that adventurers from beyond our borders find me down the tunnel difficult to deal with. Are we truly so devoid of warmth? If we mistrust outsiders, it's only because so many of them have brought chaos to the Trollswood. As such, in such sins as this theirs cannot be forgiven. I suppose we might endeavor to a little less cold. By what right does the fledgling adventurer presume to address Parchmontre, master of the markets? You think you can stroll here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, he has some tasty morsel to curry my favor, I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Mion's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smelt that eel pie of yours a mom away. Hand it over. That flaky crust just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the rosewood stalls directly south of it. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gordania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you need to fear defective straps and the like. If it's potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled old-on merchants, and I may truly say I have seen things amongst the myriad wares I scarce knew existed. If you follow me thus far, the first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs, and you may concern yourself with the price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go peruse the stalls, and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience after all, and I'm weary of talking unless you have another eel pie. Parchmentonomics. The master of the Parchmentonomics is willing to permit adventurous assistance in fulfilling an order from the Lancers Guild. I take it my previous explanation not suffice to state your curiosity. Very well. If you wish to know more of the market, I shall give you a practical education free of charge. As master of the markets, I entertain many requests. This order from the whalers, for example, but I delegate the fulfillment to my hirelings, that I might simply such task as I alone am incapable of performing. For your personal betterment, I should delegate the fulfillment of this particular request to you. I bid you search the stalls for a bone spearhead, a pot of beeswax oil, and a link of brambleweed rope, and deliver them to Plangulid of the Lancers Guild. There is much more to be found in the stalls, if you have the dedication and the secret and the coin to secure it. However, as my representative, you need only offer my name as payment. None will deny me. In fact, many will be all too eager to part with the wares, so numerous are the debts I am owed. A fine proposition, is it not? I am spared a simple task, and you gain priceless mercantile experience. Why? I should rightly charge you for such an opportunity. But worry not. I am a man of my word, and the terms will stand. Deliver the goods to Plangulid, and she may even see fit to reward me. Griffith. Sorry, mate, we ain't open yet. Oh, one of Parchmento's? Well, then, what was it that you said you wanted? A bone spearhead? Ah, there she is. Take it and tell that bastard we're square. Admiranda. Welcome, welcome. At the behest of good Master Parchmentre, you say. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company today, my lord? May I take this opportunity to say that it is an honor and privilege to serve you? Ah, but you must have your beeswax oil without delay. Yes, yes. Feel free to take as much as you require. And you will, of course, inform Master Parchmentre that I was only too happy to accommodate his needs. Yes? Alaric, you got discerning eyes, sir. The craftsmanship's truly something, ain't it? Perfect for securing any matter of Parchmentre. Gods, if I ever hear that bloody name again, it'll be too soon. And there I was thinking I might make the guild say, here, take the damn brambleweed rope and bugger off. Plangulid. What business have you with me, adventurer? You come up on the bidding of Master Parchmentre? So soon I am impressed. I placed my order only a short time ago, yet here are all the items I requested. Truly, Master Parchmentre is every bit as resourceful this day. You are fortunate to work under such a man. You would do well to mold yourself in his image, if you have any aspirations as a merchant. Achievement. Congratulations, you received the first achievements. Achievements are earned by reaching certain milestones during your adventures in the oasis. There are achievements for just about everything from leveling classes and recovering locations to defeating enemies and earning gil. There are also rewards granted upon attaining certain achievements. Some of these include rare weapons and armor. Others include titles which can be added to display and to showcase your greatness. You can view the requirements for unlocking specific achievements or redeem achievement rewards from the achievements menu in the main menu. You have between yourself tall the Aethernet Shards of Gridania, the Blue Badger Gate, the Elizabeth Gate, and the Airship Landing are now accessible as Aethernet destinations. Now listen. What's this all about? Dewey's the man says he needs his break? The nerve of that sniveling little strike crying for relief at a time like this. Has he already forgotten how short-handed we were since our business with the XIV the other day? And sending a bloody, unknown venture to his bleat no less. That self-serving saw things only of his own woes. Revenants to our souls while welcoming all manner of gill-grab adventures into our holy wood, useless, bloody fool. It makes me blood boil, it does. But it's not you. I should be given a piece of me mind too. You seem a decent house to us, sitting still. I understand that it's our duty to keep an eye on every stranger that passes through these parts. Any road, I appreciate lending the ear to my subordinate, damn fool that he is. Go on in and stay out of trouble. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little task, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Severin. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. To the Bannock. Leon wishes to send adventurers to the instructor at the Bannock. Severin, have you ever visited the Bannock on the Wandering? Busy training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Abbot patrol the forest that never marched another. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galford, is an instructor here, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The 12 wood is no place for merry strolls for the underbrush. The derision of labor. Celestine, a world-weary veteran of many ventures, is looking for an inexperienced young soul to make a delivery on her behalf. Hey boy, you seem unoccupied. You know the Bannock, I trust. Fancy packing a bag of basic provisions over there for me. It's not too heavy, mostly filled with dried meats and other bland rations. It's a straightforward job that I do with a smile and spring in my step. If I were 10 years younger, alas, my taste of maturity evolved, advanced to a higher level, you might even say. But it's a perfect little task for someone fresh-faced like you. Worry not, you'll receive appropriate compensation upon delivery, which you may keep with my blessing. A hard nut to crack. Totosa needs someone to return an iron snapple he accidentally took from the Tree Speak stables. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, crunch, spit. What the? This isn't a... I must have mistaken this metal bit for a nut whilst out foraging for fruit in the forest. A spare snapple misplaced by some sorry soul from the Tree Speak stables. I suspect it was their vague vicinity that amassed the majority of my masticable morsels. Well, I've already had a hefty helping of these here nuts, so I won't be walking for a while. Might I trouble you to take this to Tree Speak stables and instead Prior to departing, pray speak to Barnabant at the Yellow Serpent Gate. This knows his directions, or you're liable to get lost. I'll be right back. I had to load it up to where I could get access to all my letters. Look what we have here. 15 new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. In the 70s, looks like they have kind of used the checkerboard battles. Bodwine would be the fellow asked about that, of course. He looks out the chuggables there, you see, it could well be that he has need of that snaffle. Direction buttons to press confirm once the target is press confirm the second time to switch active mode and ready auto attack. Approach and face the target to start the battle. 2 rotating arrows will appear over the target you are currently attacking. Various actions such as spells and weapon skills can be performed by using the crossbar on the bottom of your screen. The crossbar hotbar is only available in controller mode. The action sensor cross hotbar can be initiated via the corresponding button combination, which consists of holding one of the L2 or R2 buttons and pressing one of the directional or triangle, circle, X, and square buttons. Okay. Ah, you are back. Have you procured the scarlet oil as I requested? Yes, everything appears to be in order. The ceremony may proceed as planned. I am grateful to the elementals for delivering you to us. Pray accept a small token of our appreciation. The squirrels are within. Very good. I am pleased to see you have proven yourself useful. What's that? You wonder what happens to adventurers who fail to complete such trifling tasks? Why such sluggards soon find there is no place for them within the city. And where they end up after leaving Gordania, well, you shall hear the truth of that before long. Well, well, the fledgling eventually returns, and none for the worse for the wear by the look of it. How he may yet be of use to this nation. On behalf of Gordani, I thank you. Welcome back, Seven. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You have proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with pleasure I name you an Archer of the Guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors would not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. To this end, I present you with this hunting log. Written within are the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge. Should you find yourself lacking direction, you would do well to refer to the log. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique. Loose arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural as you drawing breath, and the world seems clearer when viewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice. Next archer request will be available from Luciana upon reaching level 5. The hunting log is a record of your completion task involving the slaying of certain creatures. By completing these tasks, you will earn rewards and unlock new challenges. The log can be accessed via logs in the main menu. Once the log is open, select a class difficulty with the available challenge for that rank. Each challenge is marked with a class name and number, such as Advantage or L1. Below that name and number, you will find the target as well as how many of that target must be defeated. Matter of perspective. Guildmaster Lucian wishes to instruct you in the fundamentals of archery. Good evening to you, Seven. I felt that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Seven, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. You must, in short, see clearly. The common task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me, and we will continue. Now you have returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. Next drive will test your powers of observation and battle. Travel to the North Shroud and there put down 8 micro-archers and 8 opo-opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, micro-archers and opo-opos are anything but difficult to find. And yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different matter. This time you need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that micro-archers produce a poison that can quickly stop one's strength, while opo-opos like archers possess the advantage of range. Knowing the strengths, however, you go about mitigating them. If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success, Severin. A clear sign. Polymer Agata to Ethos 56, a different adventure scribe claimed a pair of begrimed road signs. You come to lend a hand, have you? Well, then you welcome the task from a seemingly never-ending list. I'll need you to head west along the road and scrub down 2 of the milestones. I swear by Nafka, those signs accumulate dirt and grime with almost unnatural haste. Speak with Quajana at Tree Speak Stables. Once you've seen them, she'll be glad to hear the milestones are clean, for the next 3 bells at least. Where's that damn thing gone this time? Oh, I ain't looking for a chocobo. Though one of the birds is becoming a proper bloody handful. Now it's a snaffle for a bridle that I'm after. Bugger's gone to banishing. Our snaffles are made specially to fit each chocobo's beak like so. Replacing every a tiny snaffle like the one in your cast. Bugger me, is that it? It is the self same one that we lost, but why is it so sticky? And all these teeth marks? Stranger, I don't know what foul beast job you found this in, or what providence delivered you. The hero that slew it to me here today, but you my deepest thanks. With this here snaffle, I could finally get back to training that yellow feathered menace of mine. Take this with my thanks. Jumping at shadows, Bodwine is looking for an adventurer to help with the net pest problem. If you got a mind to make yourself useful, why don't you call some maintenance for us? We train a lot of chocobos here, see, and the young'uns go wild when they get a sniff of the Maitland. Some even throw their bloomin' riders. Let me tell you, it ain't easy training a chocobo when she drops ye on your head every time she sees a shadow. We've been getting nowhere with the birds lately. If you could rid us of a few of the Maitlands, we'd be in your debt. The nose knows. The honest searching for an adventurer to deliver an item. If you want, if you want for work, I have need of an adventurer willing to dirty his hands. No, I speak of not of dark deeds. I mean only to have you deliver something. I myself would not dare venture deep into the Twelves wood, but you will seem more than capable of defending yourself. My colleague Jillian will furnish you with the item in question and provide all the necessary directions. She should be somewhere behind the stable supervising the field hands. Well, I'll be. Fiona actually found someone willing to lend a hand. Grab one of the burlap sacks over yonder, atop the crate, eh? Tain't the most convenient location to be sure, but where else can we store this sticking shite? Nowhere a visiting customer can catch your whiff, that's for sure. There it's Nolan all down that blessed bud. That's what's here. In case you were wondering, seems our conjurer from Texas Garden pretty gloomy seriously. That odor. Is that what I think it is? Praise be elementals. I cannot thank you enough for your kindness. This bounty of chocobo manure shall nourish the plants and ensure their continued growth. Please relay my sincerest thanks to Beyond upon your return to 12 Speak Stables. And a word of advice, wash your hands quickly, lest the cloying stench of feces linger. Thank you for the help. We can finally get back to training the young birds. Chocobos are skittish by nature, and training them takes a deal of patience. But don't make the task any easier that soldiers eventually send a rider towards danger rather than away from it. Anyway, we're grateful for the help. Here's a small token of our gratitude. Broadwine is taking the venture to make a delivery. We haven't forgotten how you helped us out with the Nightlands. Speaking of which, if you got a bit of time to spare, could I trouble you to gather some exits? You can find them living in the tangled undergrowth near Blessed Bud. But don't be surprised if the presence attracts a starving ladybug or two. The redder fond of the wee bison, you see. When you've gathered the aphids, return them to Captain Guthrie over at Etad's Spire and tell him Tree Speak Stable sends us regards. Welcome back, friend. I gather from the smell that the task is complete. Oh my, did I neglect to inform you of the Sax Constance? I cannot apologize enough. That would certainly explain why you agreed to help with the countless others turn their noses up at the idea, so to speak. Well, what's done is done. Please accept this for your troubles, along with my thanks. Must I rest something? Efforts from Bodwine, this is indeed a blessing. What use have we for acids, you ask? Why, they're oil, of course. There is not better for maintaining our weapons. Were it not for your timely delivery, I would have been forced to send a sentry to replenish our dwindling supplies. I have to thank Bodwine personally, and thanks to you as well, friend. No quarter given. Guthrie wishes to enlist the services of adventure in the fight against the XIV. Severin Justifello, your efforts on behalf of Tree Speak Stables mark you out as a genuine talent. If you have confidence in your battlecraft, mayhap you would agree to help us in our fight against the XIV. According to reports, XIV scouts have been sighted by the river. due west of here. Though that area is uninhabited, its borders tree speak stables and blessed bud. We mean to drive them off before they could threaten our people. If several of their scouting parties were to be summarily dispatched, it might give their leaders cause to doubt the wisdom of their plan. Slay 2 Ixali dual talons and 2 Ixali lost wings and 2 Ixali slow beasts. Show them the price they must pay for setting foot in our territory. It was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your service to Gridania will not be forgotten. Thanks to we now have time to plot our next move. We can muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen, or consolidate our defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. What's that? You've been cleaning milestones? Why, thank you. With all the chores that we need doing around here, I was afraid there would be left to get even filthier. It's not that these are an eyesore, by the way, and that's that the creatures around here won't to lay their eggs on them. As to why can I assume that the preferred nesting trees are in short supply these days? Be that as it may, we cannot have monsters hatching from roadside signs. These grass are dangerous enough as is. Perhaps a sprinkling of sting brew would help keep the beast away. Back to the bean thieves. As you wander the tree sleep stable near some of the slay of her overflows and recover property from her smell. Did you hear about the dynamite of her smell? Apparently, Alpha was crept into the stores and made off with their Montoy beans. Ordinarily, Alpha wouldn't go near them with their foul odor and even fouler taste, but food has become scarce of late. Truth be told, a good many of us are glad to be rid of the stench. Still, I cannot see Demeta so dispirited. Would you track down those thieving Alpha and recover the Montoy beans? I am told 6 bags were taken, all told. Demeta is well respected by all women of her smell, so it would do you well to earn her favor. So be polite, smile, and don't interrupt if she goes off on some of her tangents. Verisma lies just north of here. You'll like to run into upper Alphas on your way. With luck, you may even encounter the bean thieves themselves. Hematophobic harassment. All Albert was testing eviction by some of the slaves' midge swarms. And his senior face ran at 4. It's my sworn duty to keep the peace in Hurstville and protect her from the as would do her people harm. If you mean to stay for a spell, you'll have to prove you can be trusted. Ours ain't a large community, and we are hardly unified folk. There's always a need for battle-savvy types. Well, with all the beasties lurking hereabouts, as it happens, we've been suffering from an outbreak of midges of late. The buggers are driving our patrols to distraction. Now, if you were to exterminate, say, half-dozen swarms, we know you for a friend. I suppose there's nothing to be done. What's that, young man? You have something for me? My missing bags of Montoy beans. But how? You didn't track those wretched Uppos, did you? I had all but given up hope before you arrived, but with these beans I can make enough Montoy tonic for everyone in Hurstmill. As long as I have enough microchi leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Montoy tonic the other day. One of his friends challenged him to do it. He said, and do you know what? He drained the whole cup in one great gulp, without making so much of a face. Oh, we grow stronger and braver by the day, nay, at the very hour. Either that, or one of my secret recipe is rather more delicious, I imagine. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. Drink your beans, dear. The meta needs someone to gather microchi leaflets for her cooking. Oh dear, if I'm to make this much Montoy tonic, um, I'll need far more microchi leaflets. Young man, would you be so kind to fetch for me 4 leaflets from the microchis outside the hamlet? I'm whipping up a fresh batch of Montoy tonic, you see. Oh, it's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrients and goodness. I'll have you know I always drink at least 1 cup a day. The last few people share my passion for healthy living. Truth be told, most won't touch the stuff, not unless you add microchi leaflets anyways. Apparently the taste and smell are too distracting for some such nonsense. Oh, but listening to me prattling on like a Ishgardian priest, I shall stop talking and start stirring. Well, don't just stand there, dear. Run along and fetch me those leaves. This batch will be ready soon, and it'd be such a shame if no one could drink it but me. A glim harvest. Lady Eve, quartermaster at Hirschmill, needs an adventure bringing her a glimshroom, a variety of brightly glowing fungus. You have the look of an adventurer. Adventurers love little tests, do they not? Well, I need you to head into the forest and pick a glimshroom for me. You haven't the faintest idea what a glimshroom is, do you? Glimshroom is a common name for a variety of fungus with a unique white phosphorescence. What did you say, glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There is a colony on the rock face in the southwest of Peace Garden. But do not simply pick the first one you come across, the brightest glowing mushroom you can find, if you please. Well, yes, I would love to be able to harvest glimshrooms for myself, but there's a small matter of Ixali scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off you go, then. Alright, folks, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to go ahead and pause this broadcast Alright, I'm back, folks. After I finish the last three quests that's in this area, go back to Old Gridania to log out. I'm gonna take a nap. I got this my coach. Look at these mega swarms. You've done us a kindness and proven yourself capable. Besides, take this grist mill things. Oh, before you go, I thought of something else you could do for us. Harriers of the hedge tree. Edbert needs someone to investigate the area surrounding the hedge tree. Would you mind going on to the hedge tree and seeing that all is well? Since ancient times, the tree has guarded these woods with their holy presence. Lately, though, we've been hearing reports of XIV picking around in her vicinity. No more scouts, I'd wager, but if they were to lay their filthy hands on the hedge tree, well, I doubt bear thinking about it. So I'd be much obliged if you'd head southeast to the hedge tree and see that no harm has come to it. Oh, and if you chance to encounter any XIV, send him packing. Be warned, though, the birdmen ain't like to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you go well prepared and keep your eyes peeled, alright? Were you able to find the glim shrooms? Ah, would you look at that glow? Perfect. This will help me make a potent remedy for the creeping death. To forestall the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague that once ravaged a Hyrulean population of Gridania. Though it can now be cured through simple conjuring, it doesn't hurt to have a ready supply of the medicine. After all, out here in Hurstmill, we cannot always rely on a conjurer to be on hand whenever a youngling coughs. Thank the matrons for wandering adventures, though. Ah, you're back. Did you manage to find the microtree leaves I asked for? If it's... Yeah, let's see. Yes, that's 4, right? Ah, such a lovely scent. Now you gathered only the 4 I asked for, and now one more. Yes. Oh, I know I shouldn't have to ask, but these days more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we're to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life and remember what it means to take it. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life and know the value of our time here in this world. That's why I always live my life to the fullest, wasting nary a moment and nary a word, nay, not so much as a single one. Remember, if you mean to remain within the 12's wood, you must be ever mindful to show respect and gratitude to the forest and to the elementals. You know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but sometimes forgets what it means to be Gridanian. Why, just the other day, I caught him and his friends throwing Montoy beans at each other. Needless to say, I was terribly cross, who wouldn't be, and all set to give them a memorable scolding when I noticed they were playing in teams, and now my son was leading the winners. Oh, I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw how the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Ah, where was I? Oh, yes, you see, later that day I was cooking dinner, and he, quite without prompting, offered to wash the vegetables. He's such a good boy, you know. Alright, so I gotta check the hedge tree. So in exile, did ye? Ha, bloody birds, think twice before coming near our hamlet. The exile once dealt in the 12's wood, you know. But long ago they worked the green wrath and were driven out. Needless to say, they weren't best pleased when the Esquerdanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than the resentment of what rekindled the hatred for us. Ah, but I suspect I'm boring ye. By defending the history, you once more proven yourself a friend to Horisno. If you could spare a moment, I ask that you speak with others in the hamlet. Many of us here could use a hand, and I think of none better to assist them. The kindness of strangers. Emiria of Hisrino is deeply troubled and could do with the aid of a kindly adventurer. Pardon me, good sir, might it be the adventurer of whom Edbert speaks so highly? If you could but spare a moment. I've never thought myself quite a popular girl, and men rarely give me cause to believe otherwise. Yet lately I've been the recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks, over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon, all from an anonymous admirer. Naturally I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor, and so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he is none other than Elbert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all of his presents were taken from others, and that I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. But that's not all. With the latest gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Risno, where he intends to present me with the most precious gift. I am at a loss. I beg of you, good sir, will you not go in my stead? I wish only to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, I got knocked out. One hit. After I report this quest, I might be going back. I might be going to bed. So, I'll continue it later on. Hopefully that monster's not going to be there. That was a pain in my ass. Welcome back, young Severin. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Lee, Solari, what is your honest evaluation? Not bad if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow and is enthusiastic besides. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Leigh Alapo, and it is my second year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with the bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence. Mind your surroundings, that is rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked and your elbows misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it plain, Lucien. This man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake and his, we should revoke his membership. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand it. Never mind master or noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach his like. Well, allow me to introduce you to Solare, our comrade at the butt. The fellow was once of the god's quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Ellison like him at the best of times. With him, it's always 12's wood this, and elementals that, and oh, no offense intended, Lucian. None taken, Lay. I know full well that some of my kind can be trifled to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, never will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, Severin, eyes that bespeak against a great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust them into what they see. Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet. School of Hard Knocks. Guildmaster Lucian wishes to learn you to learn to see things from a different perspectives. It pleases me to see how you have grown as an archer. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Lay Alipo, one of your seniors at the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. I've been expecting you, Severin. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I will have you do the same. This time, however, you will need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you realize this by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the 12's wood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone. To avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in the central shroud as before. Use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go where, Severin? Alright folks, I'm going to get going for now. I'll probably be back a little bit later on tonight. And y'all take care.